Hi, my name is Elijah.
And I'm Michelle. And this is
FunPossible.
Hey guys, so we are back at Epcot for part 2 of our first day here. And right now we are at our character dinner at the Garden Grill. The Garden Grill is here in the Land Pavilion, which is, I think if you watched the video before, you already know, one of my favorite places here at Epcot. I love that they grow all the food here and it's so cool. One fun fact about this place is that we're actually moving right now. It rotates in a circle. It takes an hour and 10 minutes to go all the way around in a circle. So even though you can't see it right now, we are slowly moving in a circle. I'm really excited to be here because we have Mickey, Pluto, Chip, and Dale that are gonna visit our table. And the waitress just told us all of the things that she's gonna bring us, and it looks amazing. So much good food. I can't wait. Do you want a picture with Pluto?
Yes, please.
Thank you, Pluto. We just met Pluto! Oh my god, they're all coming so fast. Mickey Mouse! Mickey Mouse! Hi, Mickey. Can I take a picture with you? Let me go this way because my arm looks fat that way. Can you take a picture too? Having you. Hi! How are you? You know how I remember your chip? Because you have a chocolate chip nose. And one tooth. But I just look at your nose. Yeah. Bubblegum walk at Spaceship Earth. So you pose for Instagram. Like just like this. Can you do that? Oh, that's so cute. Do a pose. Yes, that's a good one. And him too, because you are his favorite. Yeah. Oh, yeah, like that. Thank you, Chip. Be behind you. There's a puppy behind you. Look, a puppy.
Yay!
Hello. You're so cute. The cutest dog there ever was. Well, maybe not. Our dog Bella is cute too.
Yay!
I know. I'm sorry.
We don't have any scraps left.
I ate them all. Woo! That was cute. Here, my turn. Oh, thank you for puppy kisses. Oh, I love you too. Oh, thank you. Oh, my puppy kiss. Oh, double.
Hey.
Oh, triple. Thank you. Bye. 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 I got triple puppy kisses. You grew the mac and cheese? Oh, you made it. You made the mac and cheese. It's so good. I love it.
You're a wonderful chef.
Oh, yes, yes. Clap it up, clap it up. Thank you. Aw, thank you. Bye.
Very good. What? You made it?
Mickey said he made it.
Oh!
Why are you beating him
no.
up? I thought you were the nice chipmunk.
I know. Oh, he is. He's sort of, yeah. He's not the troublemaker, but he is the trouble follower. Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are.
I was gonna say, I thought Dale was the troublemaker, not you. No. What did you make? Mickey said he made the mac and cheese. What did you make? Nothing? You made everything? So you're calling Mickey a liar then? Oh, no. Drama. You causing drama, Chip?
He doesn't start it, he ends the drama.
Chips don't start fights, but they can finish them. Yeah, exactly. We love you anyway.
You're still my favorite.
Buds forever. It's not a bear hug, it's a chipmunk hug. Thank you. The food is very delicious. Sweet. Bye, thank you. Thank you. I just love him. Yo. Oh, you look so very handsome. Thank you. They're my Spaceship Earth ears. They match my Spaceship Earth t-shirt. I know, it's amazing, right? Can I have a picture with you? Alright, and him too, because guess what? You're his favorite. Yep. Chip and Dale, the best character. Dale the troublemaker. And you also have 2 teeth. And Chip has 1. But I only know you by your nose. The red nose. Eyebrows? Really? I never noticed. You learn something every day.
He has the prettier eyes.
He has the prettier eyes. That must be it.
Lord. It's getting deep in here.
So, this experience has been really great. If you get a chance to come to the Garden Grill, definitely do it. The food is served family style, so they bring out a platter with pot roast, turkey, sausage, green beans, squash, mashed potatoes, stuffing, and mac and cheese and fries. We got so much food. And then look at our dessert. It is a blueberry and strawberry shortcake with vanilla bean whipped cream. Doesn't it look amazing? Not to mention, as you're sitting here for your meal, you get Mickey, Pluto, Chip, and Dale visiting your table, and they don't just visit once, they visit multiple times. So it's really cool, it's really fun, it's a great way to meet the characters. Look who's here! Coming to our table next. Definitely, if you're on the dining plan too, you can use your table service credits for this event.
So we went to Epcot again, and it was amazing.
It's always amazing.
It's always amazing.
If you ask Elijah, everything's amazing.
When it comes to Disney, everything is amazing.
I mean, I'll give you that much. So we took a break from the heat at Epcot, which you probably saw in our last video. And then we headed back to Epcot for a second part and our fast passes.
Yes, our fast passes. We had fast passes to the Frozen, what is it called? Let It Go ride? The Frozen Ever After.
I don't think Elijah ever knows the name of anything. It's called Frozen Ever After.
The Frozen Let It Go ride, and we also had Fast Pass to Spaceship Earth. You can only get certain Fast Passes in tiers for the park, so you can't have all of the e-ticket rides. You can't get Fast Passes for all of those. So since we jumped into Frozen Ever After first, that was our first Fast Pass that we got for that park. We got that right away as soon as we could. It meant that we couldn't get like Test Track. I think that's all. I think Test Track was the only thing that we couldn't get.
Mission Space, but
Mission
it's been
Space.
closed.
Yeah. And Michelle hates the Mission Space.
Well, the first and only time we've gone on Mission Space, we did the orange level. Is that what it's called?
I think so. It's the most intense one.
I can't remember orange and green. Whatever the most intense version was. We had no idea what it was. We just went on it, and the people were like, "Oh, you'll be fine." I have asthma and really weak breathing as it is, and I do not recommend the most intense if you are someone like me who has breathing problems, because I literally thought I was going to suffocate.
If you're someone like me, I recommend it.
Terrible.
I thought it was great. It was a lot of fun.
We will never go on that level ever again. I might consider doing, there's a less intense, and then there's like the just watching mode. Maybe
She may do the watching mode. So we didn't get to go. So we didn't get to go on those rides because we got the Fast Pass for Frozen Ever After,
which was literally the first Fast Pass that we booked for this trip, because I was adamant I have to see Frozen. We woke up literally at 6 a.m. on our 60-day on our 60-day window. I tried to wake up.
Book your Fast Passes in advance is what we're trying to get at. So with the tier system, our main Fast Pass that we wanted to get to was the Frozen Ever After ride, which we got to ride on twice because somebody made a wish that they were like halfway through the ride and like, I really wish we could get to ride this one more time. Cut to us stuck on the ride for a good 20 minutes.
Making everyone a snowy summer day. Having just a bit of delay.
As we're going through the ride, if you've never been on it, it's a boat ride, a dark ride. They have a lot of they're like projections, right? They're like, some are like 3D hologram and some are animatronics, and they use the whole story of Frozen. So you're seeing Olaf and Sven and Anna and Kristoff, and I'm thinking in my head the whole time, because if you don't know, Frozen is like one of my absolute favorite Disney movies. I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I wish we could go on this more than once because it's so amazing. But the line was like 2 hours long. Thank God we got Fast Passes. All this is going through my head. And we get to like the big climactic part where she's singing Let It Go. And the boat starts going backwards. And for some reason we stop moving. eventually they came and got us, but it was like 5 minutes until our dinner reservation at the Garden Grill.
And so we had to take a back exit from the ride in order to get out. We still went through the gift shop area. And if you don't know the layout, it's a little bit of a trek. I'd say probably a good quarter mile from Frozen Ever After to Garden Grill. So we kind of booked it a little bit, but at the same time, when we got there, we were like right on time, maybe 5 minutes late. They said no problem, we would have held it for you anyways, as long as you would have gotten here within like 30 minutes, I think the window was. So if you are worried about your dinner reservations and something like this happens to you, don't worry too much. If something happens where you're stuck on a ride, they will make sure that they accommodate you.
They did give us fast passes that worked up until I think 2 weeks after. So we could have come back if we were in the area, we could have come back and done that up until June 30th. So they did give us fast passes, and those fast passes I think could have been used on any other ride, but obviously we were not going to do that.
It was any other ride except for Test Track. But we did make our dinner reservation, and we did get that fast pass to be able to come back and ride on the ride again.
We went to the Garden Grill, and actually the Garden Grill was not our first choice. Okay, it might have been his first choice because he loves Chip 'n Dale. If you didn't know, they're his favorite. And it is Chip 'n Dale's Garden or Harvest Feast, I think is the full name of the dinner. But I really wanted to have a fancy dinner in the World Showcase. So we were originally booked at Le Cellier Steakhouse in Canada, which takes 2 of your dining entitlements, by the way. Just be aware that there are some sit-down restaurants, some table service restaurants that are actually worth 2 dining entitlements. So they'll take 2 for each person in your party off of your plan. And we were prepared to do that. But I had heard from some friends who had recently gone to Walt Disney World that maybe it wasn't worth the 2. And I knew that deep down Elijah really loved Chip 'n Dale and character dining, so we went there instead. And I have to say, that was one of the best character dining experiences I think that we've had. They were very, very interactive and sweet and fun. They came around multiple times. And the food at Garden Grill is so good. I really liked it. I thought that the service was great.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I would highly recommend it, especially if you have children. I think we say this every time. If you have the chance to do a character dining, do it. It's one of our favorite things to do. And obviously, if you watch all of our videos from Walt Disney World, almost all of our dining is all character dining.
I think we did 1 per day, at least. Because we do love it so much, and we like taking pictures with the characters, but we don't like waiting in line. We don't like trying to find them on the street, because I'm sure some of you know that have been to Walt Disney World or Disneyland before. It's kind of like a crapshoot. Like, you don't know who's going to be out when, except for certain characters.
And all of the characters on the streets, you have to be aware that the weather is what directs how long they'll be out, or if they're out at all. So there have been days where it's extremely hot and you see no characters out at all, and then as soon as it cools down enough for characters to come out, you just get overloaded with characters everywhere.
So we went, after Garden Grill, back to Frozen.
Yes.
And got to ride it in its entirety. But the secret is that we were almost done. We didn't know that when we went on it the first time. We were almost done when we got taken off the ride. So I got my wish to go on
There
Frozen
was seriously probably another 40 feet left in the ride. It was like 1 turn left and then get off. But we did get to make some really nice friends.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about that.
I can't remember their names.
Parker and Piper.
Parker and Piper. If
I don't know if you'll ever watch this.
If you ever watch this, I think you asked what we were doing with the cameras and everything. But you guys were amazingly fun, especially in the line as
Princess Parker and Princess Piper.
There are 2 little girls that were talking to us.
It was hilarious. I forget which one it was, whether it was Piper or Parker. She gave us a concert of Frozen songs in the line. She does impersonations. I just loved that little kid. I totally forgot about it until just now.
So thank you for that. If Parker and Piper, if you watch this, thank you for giving us a little bit of a laugh in the line. That was really nice.
We might hear from Parker and Piper someday because I have a feeling they could have their own TV show.
So we went on the ride again, and it was amazing. We went through to the end, so we went actually through the gift shop this time. We weren't worried about missing any dinner reservations. So we took our time and we saw this huge wall of Sven's, which somebody freaked out about. But so many great things in that.
Sven.
So many great items in all the stores, especially in Epcot. If you want to go shopping, I think Epcot is probably the place to do it. That's where in Canada, I was able to get the shirt that I really liked, and you don't see that in any of the other stores.
They do have special Mickey, Minnie, like character themed, but also themed with the countries inside of World Showcase that you can't get anywhere else. So the shopping there is very, very cool. I love it. And they also, in the shops, if you don't know, if you've never been, let's say you're in Norway, you can get Norwegian snacks and Norwegian candies and things like that.
Eat your way around the world.
That's my favorite thing to do.
So after we left the Frozen Ever After gift shop, we went over to, I think, Spaceship Earth. I didn't film any on Spaceship Earth. It's a really hard ride to get any good pictures or film from. It's just so dark in there. But it's honestly, of my slow rides and the dark rides, I think that it's one of my favorite.
Being a former history teacher, I love Spaceship Earth because it basically is like my textbook, and it follows, the Romans and the Greeks and the Renaissance and all like this really cool stuff, and it tells human history, which I find really interesting. I love it. I know some people complain about it being slow or boring or whatever, but leave it. Don't touch it. I'll be mad.
If you learned how to spell, thank the Phoenicians.
After that, we took the Disney transportation bus to Disney Springs and decided to go for a little boat ride because if you don't know, we stayed at Port Orleans Riverside, and there's a boat that goes to Port Orleans Riverside and the French Quarter.
So it was a nice little walk over from where the buses drop you off in Disney Springs to the boat area. It is about a 10-15 minute walk, and then you wait for the boats over on the far side of Disney Springs, and then the overall boat ride was probably about 35 minutes, I believe, which was really nice. It was a calm, quiet, nice ride, especially late at night, just to kind of wind down through the day.
And we weren't sure we were going to have another chance to do it, and we thought it might be a nice way to spend the time before going to sleep. Well, I think that's about it for this episode.
Really enjoyed Epcot. We snuck over to Epcot a little bit again later, so we'll talk about it again.
I know, we keep going back.
But if you are a first-time listener, be sure to subscribe to our video. Hit that like button if you like our content. Hit it even if you don't. I mean, come on, be nice. If you're a new subscriber, thank you for subscribing. Be sure to hit that notification bell so you know exactly when our videos are coming out. You can find us on Facebook at
FunPossible,
and also find us on Instagram at
FunPossible.
And if you like our shirts and things that we make and wear, you can buy them, but you can find us on Instagram for our shop at
Shop FunPossible.
And if you just want to go straight online and buy our items, you can go to our website at
funpossible.storeenvy.com.
And then there's a few more places that you can find us, like Twitter.
FunPossible Vlog.
And where else can you find us? Pinterest.
FunPossible Vlog also.
So be sure to go to all those places. Instagram is probably the best place. If you have any questions for us, you can leave them on our comments below. Go to our Facebook page or Instagram and let us know. But thank you again for watching. And remember, if you can dream it,
you can do it! Bye.
if you learn